Welcome to VisaWatch, Episode 1. This is a new series I'm just starting where we break down different visa news, different countries, mobility, digital nomads visas, golden visas, retirement visas, investment visas. You know, there's all sorts of things, and so this is going to be a new thing where every week I tell you what's up in the world of visas. So let me know if you like it, because it's new, and I don't know. I like it. First up, Japan. Japan just raised its visa fee for the first time since 1978. Last time this moved, gas cost 63 cents a gallon, and the Sony Walkman was all the rage. Structure. I forgot to tell you how we're going to structure this. 5 quick hits, then a story. Vámonos. South Korea. South Korea officially launched its digital nomad visa on June 30th. The F1D, officially nicknamed the workation visa. Hey, I didn't name it. Maybe that's charming, or maybe that's deeply concerning, depending on your relationship with corporate portmanteaus. What I would love to see out of South Korea is a video gamer visa, or perhaps a skincare visa. The pilot program's flat income bar just got a little friendlier, and it scales down if you're young or willing to settle outside of Seoul. Seoul wants your money, but they'd prefer you go to a smaller city where they need population. Portugal, everyone's favorite. The OG of the visa programs, the digital nomad residency towards the EU, Golden Visa. The Golden Visa did not change in Portugal. What changed is how long you'll have to wait to be Portuguese. The citizenship clock just moved from 5 to 10 years. So that should give you enough time to learn Portuguese. You can use that when you get your visa to Brazil also. 7 years if you're from the EU or another Portuguese-speaking country. See above. Signed in May, enforced since the 19th. If you already have the Golden Visa, congratulations, first of all, but secondly, your rights are not touched. What do they call it? Grandfathered in? What's the word for grandfather in Portuguese? Computer, what's the word for grandfather in Portuguese?
Grandfather in Portuguese is avô.
Avô. Avôd in. Your patience, however, is about to be tested. Bulgaria. Bulgaria's new digital nomad visa just crossed 6 months old. 31,000 euros a year in income. Flat 10% tax if you become a resident. And one catch that sometimes trips people up. You cannot work for a Bulgarian or EEA clients on this visa. It's built exclusively for money that comes from somewhere else entirely. Latvia. Latvia's golden visa is in like this strange holding pattern. Parliament passed a new immigration law in June, pushing toward real economic contribution over passive investment. Then the president sent it right back for a second look. Not dead, not settled. If you're watching Latvia, this is one to keep watching. Now, Japan. Back to where we started. Japan's visa fees went up July 1st for the first time in 50 years. Small number on paper, historically pretty big deal. I personally have a Colombian digital nomad visa. I filled out the application multiple times before I sought expert help. I highly recommend you seek expert help, an immigration attorney. They've done it a bunch. If you're interested in the Colombian visa, tell me if you want to know my contact. The starting point for the Colombian digital nomad visa, the V visa, V3 category, if you want to sound like you know what you're talking about at the consulate, your minimum income needs to be 3 times the minimum monthly wage for a Colombian, which just jumped over 20%, no comment. Verified through bank statements, and it's not average. Each of the last 3 months has to clear that bar, and the way you do it is you have to present your bank statements from each of the 3 months, and don't get fancy and separate them into groups, or don't try to help. Just do what the attorney says. Just give the bank statement. Any sort of markups can just confuse things. But right now that lands somewhere around 1,300 to 1,500 USD a month, depending also on the exchange rate, on the day they open your file, not the day they apply. So currently, the Colombian peso has been the highest performing currency in the entire world this year. And with a dollar that's kind of softly weakening, you might want to wait a couple months, depending on your personal purse. but whatever, check the current peso conversion before you panic. Fun fact, while we're here, Colombia's minimum wage gets negotiated every December between unions, business groups, and the government. And if they don't agree, the president can just set it by decree, which has happened more than once. So the threshold you calculate for in November might not be the same one you're filing under in January. The visa is the easy part, especially if you have experienced help. The paperwork friction in Latin America is infamous. Afterwards, getting a cedula, opening a bank account without a cedula, proving address without a bank account. It's like a bureaucratic Ouroboros. You'll spend hopefully less afternoons than I did in the Medellin immigration office, who were fantastic, by the way. You know, they're just doing their job. And in the end, it worked out, and I'm happy. I'm not trying to scare anyone off. I'm just saying it because don't escape design goes for paperwork too, not just balcony views. Up to 2 years validity. Many people get just 1 year. Renewable, that's their decision. But it doesn't grant residency status like other citizenship track visas do. So that's worth knowing if long-term residency is your ultimate goal, not just 2 comfortable years in the city of eternal spring. Compared to the rest of the region, Colombian's visa is solidly mid-tier on cost and hassle. Not the easiest paperwork in Latin America, but not the hardest. If you're actually doing this, not just dreaming about it, get your employment letter translated and apostilled before you leave your home country. Save your trip back or massive expedited mailing fees. Anyone could get ChatGPT to translate it, but they gotta make their money somewhere, you know. That's this week's report. Japan's fees move for the first time in 50 years. So if a country tells you nothing ever changes, wait long enough. Now the thing I have to read. Rules like this shift fast and vary by nationality. Always confirm with an official consulate site or an immigration attorney before you file. If you're choosing one of these, you better double check any of the information I've given to you because maybe it's changed even before I said it. I don't think so, I just checked. But I don't have a research team yet. That's the goal. If you like this new segment, let me know. And see you next week.